Hello everyone and welcome to Cricketing with Delonda. It's me again, Delonda, and thank you so much for joining me today. In today's tutorial, we have two goals. The first goal is to find the right cut setting for adhesive foil. The second goal is to find the right transfer tape for adhesive foil. At the end of this video, if you feel that we've accomplished those goals, please consider liking the video, subscribing to my channel, and turning on the bell for notifications because I do upload new content every single week. Now, this is the project that I made in this tutorial, and I made this with adhesive foil, and if you can't see it, it says crafting snacks. And I am a content creator who loves to snack while I'm crafting. And one of the snacks I like to eat is these little fruity snacks that I purchased locally. And this is the water bottle that I made also with adhesive foil. If you've been with me for any length of time, you know that I love the color red. So of course I was going to choose the adhesive foil that was closest to red that I could find. So it just has my name. And what am I going to say? I love it. I love it. I love the way these turned out, and I can't wait to share this process with you. So without further ado, let's look at materials and head right over to Cricut Design Space. The materials I'm going to use for this project include my Cricut Explore Air 2. I'll be using my regular fine point blade. I'm going to be using Cricut Adhesive Foil. This package came in one of the mystery boxes this year. I'm using Cricut brand transfer tape. I'll use my pen weeding tool, rubbing alcohol, my green standard grip mat, and I'll also use this water bottle that I purchased from Walmart and this candy jar that I purchased from Dollar Tree. I am in Cricut Design Space and I'm connected to my Cricut Explore Air 2. I have measured the size of the candy jar and the amount of space that I have. Remember, the size of that candy jar is a circle, and it is about 5 inches wide. So I can stretch out my circle here, or I can just go up here to the top and change the width to 5.0. And I'm going to change the color of that circle to white. And I'm just going to grab a text box. The text that I'm going to use is one that is called, I think I'm going to use one that's called Genkeist. So I want it to just say crafting snacks. Crafting like that, snacks. And I am definitely going to change the font. But let me look at some of my options here because I did not decide ahead of time what font I wanted to use. So I can let me look at DTC Peach Cakes. I like that one. We will go with that. And that looks perfect. That looks pretty good. So I like it just like that. The only thing I'm going to do is just bring that line space closer. I'm up here at the top of my screen, and I'm going to bring that line space to right at about negative 3.2. And that is perfect. I am going to get that attached. So now I have my one design or one image that I'm going to do. For the water bottle, I'm just going to put my name on it. So I'm going to grab another text box and I'm going to type my name. And if you are new to my channel, one thing you will quickly learn about me is that I love my name. Now, the available space that I have on the water bottle is the width is right at 5.0 or 5.0. And the height that I have, in order to change that and unlock the proportions, I'd have to click this lock option right here. The available height that I have is right at 1.5. And that looks perfect. I am going to change the font though. I'm not going to use DTC Peach Cakes again. I want to have more of a script font. There's one that I really like and it's called Chocolate. I downloaded that font from thefont.com. Yes. So now you see my font change in size. I don't want it to be that size. So I want it to be right at 5.0 and I want the height to be at 1.5. And I'm going, now with this, I attached it so it stays together. But with this, since this is a script font, I'm going to weld it, okay? So I'm gonna weld this one, and I'm going to change the color of this to red. And this one, I am going to change the color to blue, okay? And I can save this as a guide if I want to. However, I'm not, because I don't foresee myself making any more candy jars or crafting snacks jars. So I'm going to go ahead and delete that. And I am ready to click make it. Okay, and now it's telling me that I need to have two mats, and of course I do not need to have two mats. So I'm going to click on this blue layer. I'm going to click right here in these three dots, and I'm going to click move object. I'm just going to move it to the bottom of the red mat. I'm going to move it like right here at the 6 and 1 axis. I'm going to move my name back over to the 1 and 1. And since this is adhesive vinyl, I do not need to mirror this. And I'm going to click continue. And I am going to choose the adhesive vinyl cut setting. I'm going to choose that as my base material, and we will see if this cuts. And if it doesn't, I will come back and change my cut setting. But let's just give it a try first. It's called Adhesive Foil. Okay, and it is shiny, so I'm going to choose that. It says custom material set to adhesive foil. Keep it on the default pressure. Okay, we're ready to get it going. Everything that I'll do from here will be back on the camera. So these are the two colors that I'm going to use. I'm going to remove the cover from my mat. And I am going to place the red adhesive vinyl down on the mat. Okay, my light is flashing, and I'm going to click the flashing C, and I will speed this part up. Now, before I unload this from my mat, I am going to look at it really good to see if it actually did cut, because I've heard from several crafters that this stuff, adhesive foil, does not really cut well. So I'm feeling it, I'm just checking it. I can also lift it up just a corner and see if it actually cut through. So I am going to check that before I remove my, oh, it looks like it cut. It looks like it cut, but it doesn't look like it cut very well. So instead of unloading it, what I'm going to do is press the C and let my Cricut cut it again in the exact same spot. So I'm going to just press the C and let it cut again. So I'm feeling pretty confident that it did cut through this time. So I am going to go ahead and unload it from my machine and close my Cricut. I'm finished using this. Now I'm going to go ahead and weed this. Normally I do my weeding in a time lapse, but since it's not very much, I'm not going to speed this up, and so we can see if it actually did get a good cut. I'm just using my knife to cut away the excess. So let's see. Okay, so I think doing a double cut really did help. I'm almost starting to wonder if I need strong grip transfer tape, but typically when you need strong grip transfer tape for a Cricut product, it normally comes with it. So hopefully the regular transfer tape will be strong enough to lift this and help me get it transferred to my water bottle. But if not, I do have strong grip transfer tape. Let me get a different weeding tool. I want to see if I can do better with my Cricut weeding tool because I was having a hard time with my pen. Okay, there we go. This vinyl feels, it feels thick. That's the only word I can use to explain it. I don't know if the double cut made it harder to weed, if it's user error. Who is the user? Okay, so there's my name. Let me also cut away from this. There is a lot of extra right here. I'm finished with my knife, I think, I hope. This stuff is really thick. I know I said that already, but it is super thick. But that double cut, it's the double cut. All right, so I have both of my images weeded and I am ready to get them transferred onto their respective item. If you are a snacker when you craft, leave me a comment below and let me know what snacks you like to snack on. I'm going to put a little bit of alcohol, just rubbing alcohol on the water bottle to clean it off. The alcohol dries really fast, super fast. By the time I put the bottle down, it'll already be dry. Even though I'm only going to put the decal on one side of the water bottle, I still just clean the whole thing because I just want to rather be safe than sorry. Okay, and while that's drying, I can go ahead and clean the candy dish also. And I'm calling it a candy dish, but it's a candy bowl. It's going to be for my crafting snacks. All right, and now let me grab a piece of transfer tape. I'm just going to cut a piece that's big enough to cover the decal. Okay, so I have the transfer tape and I am going to just put it down like so, like that. I'm going to grab my squeegee. Now a squeegee is different than a scraper because this will not scrape up my vinyl. Let me grab my handy dandy, well, I can use this. I'll use this to hold the bottle in place. All right. Okay, doesn't look like it's peeling it up, but that's okay. We will peel it from the back. So I'm going to burnish on the back of this to help remove it from the backing. And what I'm going to do, instead of removing the transfer tape, I'm going to remove this backing sheet and see if that helps. Okay, and if it doesn't, guess what, I'll help it. See, I kind of felt like I would need strong grip transfer tape because it does not want to come off with this transfer tape at all. Let me try scraping it again. Scraping with all of my might. So Like it is not, it does not want to come off with this. It doesn't. So, see that? It doesn't want to come off. What I'm going to do is grab, now this is not trash. Transfer tape is reusable as long as it's still sticky. So this is definitely not trash. However, I'm going to grab some strong grip transfer tape. Okay, so I have a piece of strong grip tape that is, you know, big enough to cover my design. So let me get it peeled away from the backing. And I hope this is not too strong. So the other one was not strong enough. Hopefully this one is not, I did not do a good job of that, but we're gonna have to go with it. Listen to that, sounds like fireworks. Okay, and I am going to burnish the back to make sure I get all those bubbles out. And we'll try it again. Almost. So it did pick up a portion of the D, so that means I'm going in the right direction with this. So regular transfer tape did not work for me. Leave me a comment below and let me know if you tried the adhesive foil and whether or not you had to use strong grip transfer tape. All right, I'm going to use my squeegee tool to just lay the bottle down, and I will try my best to get this transferred to the water bottle. So I'm just going to use my finger to transfer it and then kind of smooth it down. So far, so good. Okay. Now hopefully it'll come off. Hopefully. All right, so I'm just going to peel this back at an angle. So far, so good. Now that strong grip transfer tape is living up to its name. And voila, there it is, the adhesive foil. I cut it with the adhesive foil cut setting on my Cricut Explore Air 2. Now I'm going to use this same piece of transfer tape for the next design. Okay, I've already cleaned off the little candy jar. I'm gonna just do a modified version of the taco method, okay, and get that burnished. And burnish the other side also. Okay. And I'm just going to pull it up at an angle. And there I go. So this is the finished product. This is the Craftin' Snacks candy jar, or I'm going to put my fruity snacks in here. And this is the water bottle that I'll use when I'm up here in my craft room. And if you found that we accomplished our 2 goals, one was to find the right transfer tape to use for the adhesive foil, and the other goal was to find the right cut setting for the adhesive foil. If you feel like we accomplished those goals, please consider liking this video, subscribing to my channel, and turning on the bell for notifications, because I do upload new content every single week. Thank you so much for joining me today, and thanks for watching.